In the previous movie, I showed you how to take objects and put them onto different layers. And as we started to put those objects onto different layers, you may have noticed that each one of the layers now contains one of these little triangles over to the left. That little triangle indicates that you can open that layer up to see all of the sublayers inside of it. Now, sublayers are just basically containers for individual elements that live within a layer, and you have the ability to rearrange them and rename them much the same way you do regular layers. So let's take a look at how we can do that. For instance, let's twirl open the bone layer here by clicking. You'll notice that I have a group right here, and this is the bone at the very bottom. You notice when I select that, it actually puts a little selected icon next to the target, indicating that that's what's selected. But this is all grouped together, meaning there are several different objects that actually make up the bone itself. So let's twirl open the group, and we can see here that there are actually two objects that make up that, and then also a group that makes up the other portion. So we've got not just one layer, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels of layers for just this element here. And you can continue nesting things into one another almost as many times as you want, really. But you want to try to keep things as simple as possible, and that's why I recommend using groups, because groups make it easier for me to target large areas of my designs and move them around in unison. Now, of course, not everything requires a group. There are certain elements that need to be left alone, and that's totally fine that you do so. For instance, where it says thehappybulldog.com, there are two types of text here, the big main red text in the middle and the words the and .com. I don't think all of those need to be together because the and .com are very similar, but Happy Bulldog is something all its own. So let's close up the bone layer and actually expand out the text layer. The text layer is grouped, meaning everything is all together. Thehappybulldog.com is all one group. If I twirl that open, you can see here are the three things that make up that group. So what I think we should do is actually rename these layers and then move them into the text layer independently so that they're no longer grouped. So here's what I'm going to do. Right here where it says the, I'm just going to double click where it says group, type out the. Where it says .com, I'll double click here and type out .com. And then here, double click and Happy Bulldog. I'm also going to change the stacking order because the Happy Bulldog text should be right in the middle of the and .com. So now it says thehappybulldog.com. Now, how do I move these out of this sublayer group and into the text layer? It's actually pretty simple. You just start selecting the objects and moving them into the top level of that layer. So let's target Happy Bulldog, drag the target up, drop it on the layer, and it comes out just like so. Same thing with .com. Let's move that up. And now the group disappears, and all of these are now individual sublayers. The only thing that really needs to be changed, again, is the stacking order. And so I can just rearrange those just by clicking and dragging them around like so. So now I've actually simplified that. We don't have quite as many levels of sublayers in here. We actually have good labels on our layers, and labels on your layers are really going to save you a lot of time and headache. So as you start to create elements in Illustrator, I highly recommend that you come over here and start naming your layers and your sublayers, as well as your groups or anything else that comes in over here, because it makes it so much easier to find it, select it, and then manipulate it after the fact. The final thing that we want to go through here, let's close up the text layer, is the Bulldog layer itself. Everything is grouped here. So let's open it up and see everything inside of here. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. So in this case, I don't think we need to go through and manipulate these individual objects. A little bit later on when we start talking about isolation mode, we'll go through and I'll show you how to open up a grouped object like this and get control of the individual objects without actually having to drill down into the layers panel. Like I said, there are some things that are best left alone, and a group this complicated is probably one of those things. So in this case, I'll just double-click where it says group, call this Bulldog Head, and hit Enter. Now I can collapse that layer, and my layers panel is nice, neat, and clean, and completely labeled with exactly the right text. So that's how you work with the sublayers inside of Adobe Illustrator. Make use of them, make sure you're using them, and make sure you're naming them, because that is very, very important. In the previous movie, I showed you how to take objects and put them onto different layers. And as we started to put those objects onto different layers, you may have noticed that each one of the layers now contains one of these little triangles over to the left. That little triangle indicates that you can open that layer up to see